Alright. Should be back in action. I want to turn... No, that should be fine. Everyone, welcome back to the Artificer SMP. And it's actually been a while. A little bit too long for my liking, but we're back. And the reason why we're starting here is because I have done some improvements. But first, last time we worked on magic. We both unlocked a lot more spells in our arsenal. And we created some magic items to help us out, like the Belt of Levitation and the Amulet of Mana Regen. One of the best parts is we also got ourselves a familiar. So not only is it a fun animal that follows you around, but it also provides bonuses for spellcasting and such, so it's pretty useful. The reason why we're here is because I have done some decorating and redesigning of home base. So this kind of lower area that was kind of just a flat plain, I've made into a small forest. I moved the cows over to a much bigger pen over here. And hopefully they won't get killed by some of the monsters, because I know some of the magic monsters like to go after livestock. But we've got lights, we've got fences, it should be fine. And then as we get closer over here, we have expanded the farm. Put up this nice little wall, started growing a lot more crops. It's been amazing. We also made this little like ravine river look a lot nicer. There's like some bracing holding that side up, and it goes into, and then there's a waterfall over here starting from a lake. In addition, I have created, broke on my crops. Gosh darn it. Created a nice little bridge over to our magic area, which has been greatly improved. Instead of a stone circle above the ground, there's this now like this almost a gazebo type of thing with a nice view of the ocean, as well as the landscape has been cleaned up quite a bit. And last but not least, I have improved, there's a cobblestone here, I've improved the design of the enchanting building. Because the angle and slope of the roof was a bit odd, so I revamped it a lot, and it looks a whole lot better. There's a lot more shape, there's a lot more depth, looks very nice. And that brings us up to now. So the first thing we're going to do is that we're actually going to update this. So we built this, was it last time or the time before last? I can't quite remember. And we built this to collect wood, because we can feed the wood into our factory over there to get a lot of rotational energy out of the blazes. The only issue is the minecart is incredibly unreliable. So we're going to start today by revamping this system, probably with a windmill. Because a windmill just rotating on its own is very reliable. It's always going to go in that same circular motion. So we're going to get started with that. After I clean out my inventory, because it's a bit cluttered. Now, storage is becoming a real issue that I am not going to pretend like it exists right now. And then I'm going to be all surprised later when it's an even bigger issue and harder to deal with. But that's a problem for a different time. So first things first, yoink. Minecart contraption. We need to make this no longer a minecart contraption because I need some of the machines from it. Excellent, there's nothing in the chests to clutter up my inventory. Give me all of the things back. Excellent. Next up is to get rid of this. And let's make an axe. Let's go quickly sleep. And I do have more plans to improve the design of more of these buildings. I kind of want to expand this building vertical a little bit more. I'm not sure how though, and I want to do the same thing I did to that building with the villager building. Because the roof on the villager building is very straight in the angles. So I'll have to come back to that another time. Monsters nearby. Where? Where is this monster? Okay, just move the bed. Still monsters nearby. Over here. There we are. So instead of a linear design like this, we are going to go with a radial design, powered by a windmill. And we are going to have to redo all this create stuff right here. I'm just not going to pick it up yet because I don't have enough space. So one side effect of all like the landscaping stuff that I've done is I've kind of run out of dirt. which is quite the interesting problem to have, because normally you have too much dirt. But we'll have to make do. So I think... Why, thank you. So I think the play is to get rid of this layer, so that way we have plenty of space to put the circle. Because the only issue with the circle is we cannot... It's hard to fit it in the same space that we had the rectangle in, because a circle has to have the same radius in every direction from its center. So it'll have a very different footprint. We'll put it that way. Flatten this out, so that way there's actually room for the saplings to be placed and grow. Then we can get rid of this little area right here. This little, like, small hill thing. So in order to make this work, we are going to need a windmill bearing, I think. Yeah, bearing, not chassis. So it needs a slab, stone, and shaft. So I should probably go grab some stuff from all our crate stuff in the factory over here. There's some. I guess take the wood, and we have, yeah, we do have some stone. Excellent. That gives us a windmill bearing. So those windmill bearing will be the center of the circle. Don't know why I struggled to find that word. So we kind of levitate a little bit. That gives us a pretty decent radius to work with. I bet we could get a larger one if we go like right here maybe. With a little bit of modification, that looks good to go. Need to make some more of these radial chassis. And it requires logs and andesite alloys. And then we can get some radial chassis in. I don't think I'll need to be that high. And next we need some sails. So sails are essentially the windmill block that allow the windmill to catch the wind and rotate. The only issue is it requires wool. And I have no wool. So we're gonna need to go on a little adventure to get some wool. Once it becomes day, that is. It is pretty lucky that the coastline that I'm using is facing the setting sun. So every time the sun sets, you get a very very scenic look. So if I remember correctly, there's a continent over this way, over the ocean, that has animals on it. Because for whatever reason, there's no more aminals on my continent aside from the cows. There you are. Realistically, I should just bring some sheep over, so that way I don't have to come all the way over to this continent. But I don't feel like it. New Hogwarts game, huh? Sounds exciting. It is a very big ravine. It's probably not going to be enough wool, because that will get us at most 14 sails. Ah, yeah, that sounds like a quite the selling point. Can actually the spells will actually do a lot more than normal, I guess. You have your wool back. It is now my wool. We have at least 40 sails at this point. Should at least be enough to get us started. All right, let's make some sails. So it is sticks, andesite alloy, and wool. I need more sticks. I guess I will craft them. I didn't want to craft any more, but I guess I have to do more sticks. 44 sails should get us a pretty decent way through what we want to do. And then right click the bearing and voila, we have a windmill. So the next thing we can do is we can throw, oops, not with that orientation. We can then throw some bearings on the side here, throw our saws on, and it doesn't spin because I need glue, and I know some glue is somewhere. There it is. There's a lot of andesite alloys in there. Let's get some more radial chassis. And there we go. We have spinning saw blades. It's not a very good idea to stand in front of them because they are saw blades. So I think 4, where's the saw? There it is. 4 should be good. That gives us quite a good radius. And then the next part is to apply glue, get a chest going, I guess barrels. And then we also have these guys, deployers. What they allow us to do, get my glue out again. Why is... We can put deployers down here, and then if I go grab some saplings... We have a lot of oak, so we'll use oak. Give the deployer a sapling. No, don't give it a sapling. Give it the filter a sapling. Pop them in there. Or it could take the ground with it. That could happen. I don't want you to take the ground with it. No, stop. Stop taking the ground with you. And it took saplings with it. Oh my god, that's lovely. So it looks like we are going to need some more deployers to cover the total area. We need to make a deployer. That requires an electron tube, brass hand, and andesite casing. And we should have the capacity to make these pretty easily. The brass hand is stress sheets and andesite alloy. Unfortunately, it looks like we're out of a lot of brass sheets. Yes, there's some in there. Let's make 2 more deployers. Two more brass hands, and then we need 2 electron tubes, which is rose quartz and iron sheet. polished rose quartz. That would make a lot more sense. To polish rose quartz, I need a little bit of paper. And a little bit of sand. And I don't have the paper on me. Fantastic. And just like that, we have some nice and polished rose quartz, which we can turn into electron tubes, which we can then turn into deployers. If I had another brass casing. Tree, you will become brass casing. Or not brass. Andesite. Get more deployers, give them the appropriate filter, pop those in there. No, stop. It's taking everything with it again. And actually, before we set this thing off, I want to do one last thing. We're going to pop our portable storage interface on there. Why is it taking everything with you? Stop. Don't take the ground with you. No, stop. It's taking the ground with it. Are we good? Is it not taking any extra stuff with it? I think we're good. safety wall, so that way people don't get chopped by the saw, and that looks pretty good. The only thing we have to change now is we have to pick this up. And then we need to put it right here, I think. Yes, right there. Ooh, that's a very bad idea because we don't have anything connected to it. What is slightly annoying is I now have to move all this stuff. This is the annoying part of Blood Moon. Especially considering you cannot sleep through it. Man, that baby zombie really likes switching clothes. Are these on there so that way swipe their levels. Then I'm gonna head over to here and grab some bread because we're actually out of bread. It's actually really nice over here, even during a blood moon, because I made sure to light it up well. We also have a fence. Fences also help. Oh my goodness. That is a few things. And there's the evidence that some of the monsters are killing the animals. So we have to keep them in a nice pen. Yeah, that's definitely not a good idea to start messing with over there. We'll just have to wait it out. Why is there a grass block up here? Enderman must have put it up here. Luckily, we're mostly through the night already. There's a zombie inside the factory. What are you doing in there? You're not allowed to be in there. Oh dear, the contraption's caught a creeper. Hello there. You join us, yeah, there we are. Blood moon setting. There's a creeper in my contraption. There we are. Alright. The next order of business is to hook up this. There's a creeper right there. Ooh. That's what you get for running into saw blades. So the next order of business is to hook this up with a filtration system that filters out all of the sticks. And in general to the whole system over here. Yeah, like tech mods can be a little bit confusing. I think Create is a little bit better than most because there's a lot, it's still very confusing, but there's a lot more intuitive knowledge to it, like, because you kind of know how a crusher works. If you put something in the top, it gets crushed and comes out the bottom. It is pretty tricky getting all the rotations and speeds and directions. Like, we have to connect this belt up to here. Just gonna grab this guy. So if we put down there, we have some funnels to work with. I believe it does. I've played SevTech Ages before, but only very briefly. I think I've made it to like era 2 or 3. Like the classical tech. I have a lot of memories of dealing with the Stone Age a lot, and especially having to find the dark biome for some of the crystals, I think, as well as the tedious process of getting leather. But it was very satisfying once you managed to tech up. If I remember correctly, SevTech Ages goes even into outer space. So I think you use the Galactic Craft, if I remember correctly. Aha, belts. Need those. Yep, I played on a laptop for a while. I did all my Minecraft stuff on there. And not only was it a laptop, it was also a MacBook Pro. But for a MacBook Pro, it still did pretty well. I remember I was able to get it to run like all the mods 3, which was pretty impressive. Alright, let's see here. We just have one last thing we need to get to turn. I think if I do 2 cogwheels, we should be good. Nope, that's spinning the wrong way. Okay, let's try. Yeah, they're definitely not meant for gaming, but they do pretty decently. If I get another cogwheel, this should be good to go. Oh, that's gonna break though. Yeah. Oh wait, I don't even need to do that. I can just do I was overcomplicating it, like I always do. No, I'm not. No, it's still going the wrong way. Never mind. Oh, why thank you. Really appreciate it. Alright, back to overcomplicating things. Okay, I know what I need to do. Shaft there, extend this out. Excuse me, familiar. And then do this. There we are. And then funnel. Why did the sap... Hold on, what? This is a not filter. So not... Why did it not get filtered out? That's odd. Looking at it, we could probably also filter out apples. Because if we filter our apples, we could just start making golden apples. Which would be pretty sweet. Let's see here. I can... Give me that. So I think the reason why that inner circle is not getting deployed is just because the deployers can't reach it, but that's fine. We don't need to worry about that. If it truly becomes an issue, I can just add more deployers. And then I can pop lava down there. Shoots. And now we should be able to test this out. If my inventory wasn't so cluttered all the time. Should have some bone meal lying around somewhere. Aha! There we are. Also, I don't know why I came up with this design for the windmill, but I mean, it works. Now, the one question that I can't test right now is does this new farm produce enough logs on its own, without me obviously bone mealing it, to sustain the factory? And that we will have to wait and see, because, well, it's just simple math. It's based on what the output of this guy is and what the consumption rate of the factory is. Because of how what's good is because of how the crate mod works. It has a constant consumption rate. But excellent. Now that that is dealt with, we can actually begin automating something inside the factory. Iron Enderman teleport. So we have all this set up. This is literally just to get the charcoal. So the logs come in, they get cooked in a charcoal. Charcoal drops down here and gets fed to the blazes, who are powering the boiler, which we could actually make bigger, which is incredibly useful. We would just need to amplify the water and amplify the size. But 49,000 stress units is a lot to use right now, and we're not even using that much of it. before we get started, we are going to make a machine called a rotation speed controller. And the reason why I want to make this machine is because that will be prone to slowing down if it does not get the fuel it needs. Which I would rather the whole factory stop due to not enough stress instead of slow down and cause timing issues. So we're going to get the rotational speed controller, so that way no matter what speed is going into the factory, the rotational speed controller will maintain the speed. And the only instance where it won't be the same speed is if it stopped, which that also won't cause timing issues because it just stopped. So let's get started. We are going to need a few things. Our good old friend, the deployer. And a depot, which I can never remember how to make a depot. Ah, okay. Literally just casing and a sight. And then we are also going to need... Hello, Enderman. We are also going to need our handy friend, That's not how you make a hand crank. How do you make a hand crank? We're going to need our handy friend, the hand crank. There it is. I suppose, if you wish, you could consider it quite handy. But now it is time to make the rotation speed controller. The reason why we needed to set that thing up is because we need another precision mechanism. Now, the first time I tried to make this thing, it was a pain to make, because it's an 80% chance to make it, 20% chance you get some scrap back. I must have made it like 3 times before I actually got the precision mechanism. So we are going to see if I can make it first try this time. Now we are going to need 1 gold sheet, which we have in here, and then we're going to need 5 iron nuggets, not ingots, 5 nuggets, 5 large cogwheels, and 5 small cogwheels. Which luckily, since the first time I played Create, they massively made the cogwheels easier to make, which is so nice. So we have, let me empty my inventory a bit. So we have large cogwheel, small cogwheel, iron nugget. Actually, I have a better solution for how to do this. Oh no, small cogwheel first. Small cogwheel, large cogwheel, nugget. Small, large. Small, large, nugget. Small, large, nugget. I'm doing it like that so that way I don't have to empty or enter my inventory a million times. Boom. And we just have to do that 2 more times. Small, large, nugget, small, large, nugget. And we did it first try this time. Excellent. We don't have to sit here making a million precision mechanisms. Last time it took forever to make one. Now... Oh. Well, we appear to have a positive issue in the fact that we are stockpiling charcoal, which is excellent. That means we have a nice buffer for if the tree farm isn't productive enough. It looks like there's still some kinks I need to work out. The logs come in, they get turned into charcoal, which are then fed to blaze burners. Next, we need a lovely piece of brass casing. We combine that with our precision mechanism to make the rotation speed controller. Now this thing is incredibly useful. As I've said before, you pop a large cogwheel on, you come over here, and you can determine how fast it goes. So that way, for timing purposes, we always are using the same speed. Or, like, not the same speed, but the same speed relative to each other. So if I need to change it, the new speeds will be appropriate. So the first thing we want to automate is train tracks. There's actually a few different varieties of train track. Depending on what wood it looks like. Interesting. So we could use stone, or we could use wood. I think we're gonna go with stone for now, so that way we don't have to make another tree farm. But we need two components. We need wood, and we need stone, as well as a few more machines, but we can make those when we get there. And to make the stone slabs that we need stone, obviously. And to get stone, we cook cobblestone, and to get cobblestone, we can use a Minecraft classic, the cobblestone generator. Now, a cobblestone generator works by having a non-source block of lava touch a non-source block of water. But with Create, it gets a little bit tricky to build one of these, because we have to have one side of the block dedicated to lava, one side of the block dedicated to water, one side of the block dedicated to the drill, and one side of the block dedicated to the conveyor belt to grab the item. So we start with a belt like such. Then we are going to need quite a bit of lava, actually. But first, let's grab the water, because the water is easier. So we're going to put the water here, and we're going to put the lava suspended above it, like that. And as cool as it would be to have a window here, as said before, we're going to have to utilize every single side of this thing. So this side here is going to be used for drills. So let's make those drills first. And it is iron ingot, andesite casing, and andesite alloy. So let me go grab some iron ingots. Actually, for the track, does it have to be stone slab? Stone, andesite, or smooth stone. So it does have to be some form of stone. So we will have to blast the cobblestone once we mine it. Aha, iron ingots. Very nice. I might as well grab these plates that are done. I feel like I always need sheets. What's going on here? So it looks like this block here, it wasn't able to mine. A few small tweaks, we should be able to future-proof that. Excellent. So far we are going to have a 7 long device. Get some mechanical drills. Can I not rotate you? No, stop. I can rotate you. And then let's grab some water. Quickly gonna pop that there. I'm actually gonna use my iron to make another bucket. Oop, nope, water's not going up there. Water's going right here. Now it is spilling out quite a bit. That's because we need to go grab some lava. And let's see. We could either go to the nether or we could go to a lava pit. Let's go to the lava pit. Now, it will be nice to get automatic lava. You can get that by superheating melting cobblestone, but that only gives 50 millibuckets. In my eyes, the better route is to actually use the new dripstone mechanics. And I'm yet to come up with a good design for that, so that is being put on hold. But the reason why we need lava for more than just the cobblestone generator is because it's used in a very specific way. Yes, to make sturdy sheets. It can be spouted onto some powdered obsidian and then pressed to get sturdy sheets, which these are incredibly useful for making trains. But we're focusing on track for now, because it doesn't matter how many engines we have. If we don't have enough track, that train's not going anywhere. So that, excellent. Might not even need to get more buckets of lava. If I put this here, and the other lava bucket here, it should just spread like the first bucket of lava did. Excellent. And then we get some cogwheels. This is going to be the world's most ridiculous shaft, but don't worry, we'll change it. There we are. I think I'll just put a slab over that so that way the water doesn't constantly pour out. Perfect. Then if we were to, say, apply some rotational energy to this guy, yeah, that's an issue. The ones right there are not given any rotation. There we are. Lovely cobblestone. For now, we're going to turn this off. Or not turn it off. So what we are going to do next is we are going to pick up this shaft here. We are going to create a vault to put this in. which is a barrel and iron sheets. And that creates 1 vault. So I want to make 8 vaults. We can throw this right here. And what a vault is, it's essentially like a mass storage of items. The only drawback is that you cannot access said items manually. Now I'm actually gonna take that, move it over here. And make a gearbox. Why is this crafting table all the way over here? Let's move it closer to our chests. If we pick that up, put it down, and then get some shafts. Now, knowing my experience, that's probably going to be spinning the wrong way. And it's not connected anymore. Never mind, it appears I've caused the other one to start spinning the wrong way. No, the cobblestone is too much. There we are, it's spinning the right way now. All that is left is to give it a brass funnel. Which is ingots, kelp, polished quartz. Or not polished quartz, electron tube, which requires polished quartz. before we continue, I want to make a stressometer. So that way we can accurately observe how much stress we are using. So we don't make a stressometer, we make a speedometer. And we just change it into a stressometer. Excellent. This is compass and brass casing. So I just need a little bit of redstone. There you are. Ooh, great part to give me. And there we are. So we now have an accurate representation of how much stress we're using. And at most, right now, we're only using about 2,000 stress units on... is that the whole system? Let's see. Probably. We can see as we crank up the speed, it uses a lot more stress. Now, even at maximum speed, it's still not using too much stress, but we don't want to go overboard on it. So we're probably going to start off with just 64 for our max speed. So after doing that, we now need to blast our stone. So we're gonna come across, we're gonna make a new belt here. Where we are going to blast stone. We don't want to do... Alright, we'll start with a brass funnel. We'll only do one, and we'll see what stack size we can get up to with all of the speeds and stuff we're utilizing right now. But in order to bulk blast it, we are going to need an encased fan. We need a propeller, which we can make. We need a shaft. Now to do blasting, we're going to need some more lava. So let's go grab that. Pop our encased fan there. There. Here. And then the lava will be placed here. Or if the fan wants to be like that, we can just move the lava. this side. There we are. Now, at this speed, it would cook pretty quickly. The only issue is it will also, the belt will also move very quickly. So when it comes to blasting and the other ones that rely on the belt, it's kind of a balancing act between speed of the belt and speed of the fan. For instance, it's a little bit too fast. So what we need to do instead is we need to slow it down a little. Oops. So that's better, but now it's going the wrong way. Alright, so next, now that we have stone, we need to turn it into stone slabs. Now, we could use automated crafting, or we could use a mechanical saw, which we might already have one of those. Aha. It needs to be upward. Why, thank you. We're delving deep into the kind of crazy world of Create. I might be out of mechanical belts. Yep, we're gonna need to go grab some more of them. Plenty of mechanical belts to work with. Does it have to be in the same direction? is this not working? Ah, I see what's going on here. So the saw is moving, the rotation is the wrong direction. That's interesting. If it has no filter, it just randomly... It randomly chooses what to saw. That's very interesting. Alright, let's grab a filter. It is a little bit of wool and some brass nuggets. Oh dear, those are creepers. We don't want to mess with them. And we didn't even get enough string to make a piece of wool. Let's head over here, pick up some more bread. Thank you. Don't need to be over there anymore. And filter. So what we want it is placeable. Yes, is slab. So that is the great thing about the attribute filter, is it can search by pretty abstract attributes. Like this one will filter by slabs. If I pop that in there, now it should only make slabs, no matter whether it's got smooth stone or, yes, there we are. So even if it gets backed up and it starts turning stone into smooth stone, it should still be making slabs, and smooth stone slabs are still applicable to be made into train tracks. Now we have one final task for our intrepid stone to go through. Known as the sequenced assembly. Which involves making some deployers. Now I want to keep this guy here, so we need to make some more deployers. Which requires 2 more brass hands. Requires alloy. And the tubes. Can't remember what they're called for some reason. Two deployers, and we will also need a, is it a crusher or is it a smash? Nope, we don't want the crushing wheels. We want the press. Yes, mechanical press. It requires iron blocks, but we only need 1, so it's not too bad. We made our first piece of train track. now we need to do one last thing. Now it's not fully automated yet, because that requires another round of processing. I put a barrel right here. And throw funnels here and here. And throw nuggets in there. Okay, so that didn't work how I thought it would. If I throw a nugget in a chute on top of the deployer, chutes do work. Then, do I not have any zinc? Because we can use zinc nuggets for this. In order to make this fully automatic, we would need to set up the iron farm. Or not necessarily an iron farm, but a way to automatically produce iron. In which that's pretty easy with crate, especially since we need just the nuggets. Interesting. Well, that's what I get for trying to type something while, that's what I get for trying to type something in a hostile area. That zombie's got a lava bucket. Okay, good, we got rid of that creeper. Bat things are so annoying. Except they put themselves in a boat. Alright, let's get out of here before I end up dying again. Worst part is now my inventory is all messed up. Anyway, we're back, and we have the wool we need to make another filter. And we want to make an andesite filter, because we would just want to do not train pieces. So deny incomplete track. There's probably a more elegant way to do that, but you know. So all that's left is to get a constant stream of nuggets now. Now when it comes to nuggets, we can get them by washing gravel. Now it's only a 12% chance. But the thing is with gravel, we can get a lot of it in bulk. We can, you know, crush gravel from cobblestone, and we know where to get cobblestone. So that will be the plan for either in between streams or during next stream. I'll have to figure out when I want to do that. But for now, let's go see if I have any more zinc lying around to get some more track manufactured. Another reason why that way will be the objectively better way to do this is because we need just such a high quantity of it that you saw how fast it used up all of our zinc, even though I threw in stacks of nuggets in there. And we only have a couple stacks of rails, and one rail is 1 block long. We need an incredible amount of rail. So that's why setting up a fully automatic rail system will be great. Because that way I can do other things, I can manufacture engines, I can do anything, and it'll just continue making rails. There's a little bit of zinc there. It's not going to be a whole lot. We also need to get a set of crushing wheels. Because we could use a millstone to turn the cobblestone into gravel. But using grinding wheels would be so much better. Because when it comes to the grinding wheels, we can also just use it for general purpose. So we can use the same set of wheels for... What? These Endermen keep putting grass blocks everywhere. Use the same set of wheels for multiple things. So we could throw cobblestone in, and it'll give us gravel, and we could throw literally anything else in, and it will just process it. And furthermore, grinding wheels also... Here, let's save those. No, it's not grinding, it's crushing wheels. So these things. Now they require a lot of mechanical crafters, which we'll need to... I could probably make that. We'll probably end off today's stream with making these. But they allow you to process ore and get nuggets of experience, which is incredibly useful for us because we need all the experience we can get. Where is my other andesite? Ah, it's there. I need more andesite funnels. No, I don't. No, stop playing with my kelp. I need it. Oh dear. Of course it has to crash. Alright, we'll have to wait a moment for it to go back up. Alright, there we are. Excellent. So now even if a block goes in through and it was not turned into the starting, like the in progress track, it gets filtered back out and placed back to where it should be. So I can also pop. It also allows me to have a buffer and pop a lot of these slabs that I have. I don't have as many slabs as I thought I did. Back into the system. Look at that, we already have a couple stacks of train track. So we are gonna finish off this live stream by making So we are going to make, we need the assembler, nope, not that, we need the mechanical crafter. Now we need 9 plus 12. Which is 21. We need 21 of these mechanical crafters, and that equates to 7 of each of these ingredients. So we're gonna have to go make some more sandpaper. Oh, I had a bunch of sand in my inventory already. Probably when I was blown up by a creeper. There we are, 7 of those, and I'll just combine these. Some of those make 7 electron tubes. Then we need 7 crafting tables and 7 brass casings. 6, 7. And then 7 crafting tables should be pretty easy. This, and this gives us 21 mechanical crafters. And these things are super interesting. You need to basically have them all connect to one spot. Like so. Apply some rotational energy, and then you make the recipe. Now, the issue is we need a lot of andesite alloy. I am running low significantly. There we go, that should hopefully be enough. Nope, we need more than 4 more. Yikes. Let's sleep real quick. What? That only gave us 2? There we go, that should be enough. It also looks like I'm gonna have to go on a little mining expedition to replenish our iron, since we're basically out of iron at this point. Let's put the rest of those in there, and if I remember correctly, it should be planks right here. And then if you got the correct recipe, it kind of all melts together. into crushing wheels. And these things basically do what this says on the tin, is crush things. Now these mechanical crafters are pretty nifty. They can craft literally every recipe in the game, as long as it's not easily crafted by through one of the other means, like compacting for blocks or the saw for variations of stone or something. But it can also craft things that require it, like the grappling whisk, the flywheels and stuff, the wand of symmetry, or even a flamethrower. And here's what the crushing wheels look like. So all you have to do is have them rotate against each other, stuff goes in the top, and it gets crushed. So today's live stream was highly successful. We got close to fully automated track. I should be able to have this fully automated by next stream, so that way we can begin doing some train stuff. Now, to make the trains, we need a lot of train casing, which is brass casing, which is easy, and sturdy sheets, which is a little bit tricky to get, but it's not too bad. I'll create a semi-automated system here with the spout. But thank you everyone who decided to tune into the stream. Appreciate you guys for being here, and I will see you next time.